Alright, in today's video I'm going to be going over Prok and Mali and how to EBR on them correctly. As someone with a lot of games in the EBR, I feel like I am talented enough, I don't know if that's the right word, to talk on this, but I think it could be really helpful for some players. And if you already know what you're doing, the video is not really for you, but you could watch anyways. Anyways, enjoy. Alright, I'm recording this the same day as my last video, just because my buddy asked for it and he said this was a good idea to do. Apparently, a lot of people struggle with light tanks on the light tank maps, so I figured I'd cover a couple of them in this video, and I'd show you convenient spots you could use and how to use them. To start, like the first spot I'm going to show is you can go to the city here, and you spot this cross that's going to the hill. It's not really like useful for your like battle result, but you do give your team like a sense of what's going there. And if you decide to stay over here, you can continue to spot the hill and then mid can farm it. A lot of the medium tanks will get away when you do this, but you'll still spot like the heavies and stuff, and they shouldn't be able to spot you. If they spot you, then I don't even know. You kind of just want to hang around here, around these bushes. You don't want to get too close to the hill, because then you can get lit. But like him, see, you get spotted there. And if you get away from the hills, you have bushes there. I mean, you can shoot them as well. Obviously, I bounced, but like you won't get spotted doing this. Here, maybe, if mediums went, so you don't really want to take this bush. I was just doing it to relight, but I guess we won't. Yeah, so that's that spot. It's convenient just to get early spots, just to know what you're going against. Other than that, your normal scouting, so like you can do that at the beginning, because it's just going to be light tank trying to spot light tank at the beginning. So you just do this. You waste a little bit of time. Yeah. Like other than that, if you were to just immediately come over here, this bush right here is pretty good to try to spot out the light tank. You're not really going to get like a lot from it, but there's gaps. For example, I'll show you. So like if he was to come here, we would spot him. You might spot him in that gap. You'd spot him in this gap. It's like the gap in between the bushes. So give me a second. I'm actually going to get an EBR in here so I can show you. And then I will, yeah, so we'll cut to that in a minute. Okay, I'm going to, in this one, I'm going to show you how to outspot their light tank if their light tank is not a great player, which a lot of players in this game are not. So there's a bush roughly here-ish, and if you, on this like path of bushes, there's gaps in the bushes, and you can spot their light tank through it when they're coming up to spot your TDs. Which is a position that I use quite a bit when I get this map. If you're not an EBR and they have an EBR, I would not recommend it. But if you're an EBR, then you can go, and as long as their EBR doesn't do stupid EBR shit, you'll be fine. Okay? Like I spot him there. And after he's gone and dealt with, assuming he's the only light tank, after he's gone and dealt with, you can come in here, start making your way up yourself. You just need to be careful of the same fact. Like here, I would get lit if they have another light tank. And you don't have to rush it. Like, go slow. There's no reason to rush. When you get to a gap like this, you really need to like look around, make sure nothing is like within spotting distance of you. And just make sure you're always as covered as you can be. Okay, well he's here now, but you just want to continue making your way up these bushes relatively slowly. And once you get to around here, if mid's clear, you can start doing some of these right here. Making sure you go up, spot whatever's there, and then get back in the low ground. Go up, spot whatever's there, get back in the low ground. You just always need to be courteous of the people that are mid, if there's anybody left, and make sure you're not going to get just demolished. So it's just, you keep wanting to go up, come back in the low ground, and it's just, as you do it, you'll get better. But I've seen a lot of players that just struggle with maps like these, so that's why I kind of wanted to go over them. While we're here, if you spawn this side, this bush is amazing to getting rid of their light tank. Because if he ever goes up here, or really goes in here, you'll spot him and he'll die. And then you have free reign of all of this to go towards their TDs. This is the most dangerous part, crossing like this. So like realistically, you'd want to go back like this and then come back up in. And then it's the same thing. Okay, fuck off, guy. I prefer to come up these bushes because there's not as many gaps. The only problem is if there's something mid, they could get you. And once you get like close enough, probably around here, you get spotted, or it spot something, one of the two. And it's not hard to get out if you're a decent driver. There's not like a lot of great spots on this side of the map. Like south spawn is really, really shitty. Like one other like, go away! The only other spot that I could really think of that would be great here is this. It's kind of like the same as the other bush. Go my spawn and come up close bush line. But it's the same thing. Like there's always going to be those gaps. Like you still have a bush like this. The only problem is, like, you more than likely won't spot him until he gets here. Yeah, you spot him a little early. He drove a little outside the bushes, but, like, you would definitely spot him. I suck, but... it's kind of the same as that one, right? You're just waiting. You need to be patient in this game. That's a big thing for a lot of players, is patience. Especially with light tanks, like, you have to wait until theirs is dead. Just cause, like... Which boy? Sorry. Locked in right now. But yeah, with light tanks, you really just have to be patient. There's no reason for you to get lit, die, and then their light tank just has free range of the entire map because you couldn't be patient. That's the biggest thing with light tanks. Patience, patience, patience. I'm gonna see about getting into another map, and we'll be back shortly. Okay. So I lied about getting into another map quite yet. I want to show y'all that going up and then back down into the low ground actually works very well when you're spotting the last remaining tanks that are around here. But I did want to show y'all that. So I'm going to show y'all that and then we'll get into another map. But I'm just going to do this. I mean, I know there's not a light tank, but if there were, which I'm in EBR, there would be, I would go here for initial, wait for him to get spotted, let him die. Okay, that's important. He needs to die, right? And then I kind of have free range to do whatever, because I don't think anything will really outspot me. And then I would make my way up this bush line. When you cross like in areas like this, you need to be careful of people that might be sitting there. So just be prepared to just dip off the side if need be. Try not to knock over those trees. Well, I haven't spotted him yet. So I'm gonna do this. He's in the high ground. I'm in the low ground. He would be getting molested right now, and he can't shoot me. Right? He's still spotted, which means I'm still spotted. If he's spotted, you're spotted. Okay? So now I want to come up onto the high ground and back into the low ground. See? It's very simple. Come up, come down. Come up, come down. And he stays spotted. Go to red line as far back as possible. He's about 130 meters away now. And I don't think he's spotting me. It's because CVS is working its magic. He's just up in the high ground. And then back down in the low ground. Up, down. But that's pretty much all there is to it. Okay, I am going through all the footage, getting ready to upload this now. But I realize now that I forgot to mention how to do this on the other side. You really can't. The best thing to do on the other side is just passive scout. So just work your way up the bush line and just let your CVS do what it needs to do. Okay? There's not really a good up-down spot because there's not as much low ground as there is on this side. So I thought I would go ahead and mention that just in case anybody was curious or got the south spawn and just like, what do I do now? Just play passive if you get south spawn. There's not a lot of active you can safely do. So yeah, I just thought that was worth a mention. Get back to the video. Alright, getting into Mali. This is another big map if you're trying to mark your light tanks. This is one that's really helpful. Like you can get a lot of assistance. It's just like Prok. They're both really good. But a lot of people don't know how to play them. A lot of people, they get on here in a light tank and they just immediately go to this bush. Don't go to this fucking bush. Please do not go to this bush. Like, it can work. But 9 out of 10 times you're just going to get blind fired and lose a lot of HP for no reason. And once you're there, you can't really leave. You can, but you might get shot again. Like, I never play that bush. Either side, when I'm in an EBR, or most any light tank, I just immediately come up to this mid bush here. And when you cross here, you should know if the EBR is in that bush. You should get lit. But it didn't like me for some reason. He just in there. So you kind of just play here. You're playing for spots on anything in this area. You can also light this if they go to shoot. And that means your TDs back here can farm them. People sitting here can shoot this stuff. It's just like a lot of free assistance. Like, never sit in these bushes. Yep, automatically, I know he's in there. And if you think something spotted you from there, you can this. Whatever's there won't spot you. So if you get spotted, he's there. Well, you see, he knocked that tree over. But don't go to those two bushes. Okay. Also from this side, you get up in here. You can spot things that are coming here, because this is a popular spot. You do tend to spot like all the heavy tanks going here, but it's kind of hard to get shots on them, just because of you can only see like a tiny bit of their turret. So you spot them. You're not really gonna get a lot of assistance from it until they get to like here, and then you might start getting some from people that are here and like back yonder. You're just playing for the whole point of this map. Well, not this map necessarily, but almost all maps. You need to save your HP, especially for the end. I am going to go over these bushes, even though I said I wasn't going to. If you spawn on this side, ready? If you spawn on this side and they don't, and you look at their team comp and they don't have like a CS or anything super fast, you can come around like this, and you can get on this bush. And you spot everything coming up the hill. You shoot and you leave. You shouldn't get lit, but you can. There's also the corner. I'd never recommend playing it. Another bush other than that one is this one here. It's just a lot more risky for the same reward. Like, you're gonna spot the same things, and it's a lot more risky because I'm like guaranteed to get spotted leaving. So don't really recommend that one. If you're going to do it, I recommend the bush here. It's a lot better. Okay, so I'm gonna go over spotting this area. So say you've one hill, okay? You move up from here. This is where a lot of your assistance is gonna come from. Something typically sits in this area, which kind of sucks for you because all those trees are gonna be knocked down, and more than likely they're gonna have to shoot either at what's on hill or at you before you can spot them. So you just kind of play these ridgelines, trying to bait a shot, because you don't want to lose the HP for no reason. Because once he shoots, he will be lit, or he won't be spotting you. After he gets lit and dies, kind of just like, this is gonna sound dumb, but you kind of just drive. Do like little like half circles, drive in and out. You have like a lot of like low grounds. So like here I'm actually on high ground, but here I'm on a pretty low ground. Like, I'm not really gonna be getting shot from anything over there. But if you come up here, like if you're this high, the stuff on these rocks will like lock you up. You just need to be cautious with your HP. Once like the stuff a little further back's killed, you can start coming up on here and just riding the red line. Just trying to spot something. If you don't spot anything there and you have to move up, I would just recommend just going back to just full EBR mode. Kind of just fucking around. I mean, it's really all there is to it. It's kind of hard to explain how to EBR. I'm trying to. But it's relatively difficult for me. I don't know why. And it's pretty much the same thing with this side. No, I think this side's easier to spot. At least for me it is. Once you win hill, there'll be a lot of stuff like just chilling here, and there'll still be stuff there. So, just need to be cautious when you do stuff like this. Say you were sitting here, just doing whatever the whole game, right? You finally win hill, you can finally fuck around. Just kind of drive like that, see if you get lit. If you get lit, there's something there. Or if the light tank is still alive, it could be there. Alright, if there's stuff here, you kind of just want to hop down here. Hit it with one of these, and whatever there will get lit, and they'll either have to back up or they'll just get farmed by whatever's in your back. You kind of just want to do these like once again, like half circles. Just kind of see what's happening. You can do that, see if you can spot a TD. Like I said, you should be using CVS. Using that bush. So after you killed that stuff, you want to kind of make your way up to these rocks. And you'll spot a lot of stuff from here. Or that's still here, if your teammates haven't pushed down yet. I like to kind of just drive around here, just see what's happening. And if nothing's happening, I just go back. Just go back over here. And I just start playing passive, because your team's probably not going to push downhill. Right. I don't want to spot the TDs that are here. You fuck off. You don't want to drive across like this to them, obviously. That works. But, like, fuck, I should probably go explain how to get actually over there. I'm not gonna go all over there, but just come back up, because once the stuff's dead, you won't get spotted. Come back up, come around, you're in an EBR, you're fast. Come around. You want to come to this bush line and kind of just chill for a minute. Because this bush line is really helpful. I was explaining to him, I don't understand why EBRs don't use it more. Cause like we see a lot of like manticores and stuff go here, but just abuse this bush line and get all your TD kills if you can. If they're not shooting at anything, obviously, you know, you're gonna have to do something. I don't really know how to explain how to get this killed. But once you're from this side, it's fucking pretty easy from here. A lot of stuff's gonna be back here. Going back to the high ground, low ground shit, right? You'll get a lot of spots here, because a lot of people are just expecting you to spot them from here. So they knock down their trees and stuff, and whatnot, from there. Once this stuff starts getting farmed, then you're just back to just driving around like a retarded EBR, spotting what you can, just trying to stay clear of getting shot. That's like the thing I want to stretch on most maps. Your HP is like the most important thing you have. That's really all there is to this map. It's really boring to play, but it is a good map if you're trying to mark a light tank or do a mission or whatever. Alright, well, that's it. Yeah. I appreciate y'all watching. Hopefully this helps y'all become better EBR players, light tank players in general. Everything I said you could do here, you could pretty much do it in any light tank. As long as they're not like a fucking slow one. Yeah. I hope y'all enjoyed. I hope y'all learned something from this. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye. Alright. That's going to do it for today's video. Thank y'all so much for watching. And like I said, I really hope y'all learned something. Y'all have a good night. Or day. Whatever time it is.